So here, what are the objectives of the heat treatments? The objectives first to improve the. I mean, here we are just a mechanical engineer, so we must be concerned about the mechanical properties first. Okay, so improving mechanical properties, so enhance the hardness. What are the properties? Hardness, strength, toughness, and ductilities. These all are just some mechanical properties. Second one is relieve the internal stresses. Okay, so what are the what is a stress? Could anybody define what is a stress? No. Okay. So basically, it's just a force upon area, right? I have already discussed while you know in a previous unit or while we were conducting other lab class, right? Where I have already given you the formula as well. What is the stress? Okay, not an issue. So reduce the residual stresses from the manufacturing process, like the casting, welding, and machining. So these all processes are just machining process, and during that lots of stress gets absorbed inside the material, so the materials will having a less ductility, toughness, strength, and actually hardness due to these incorporation of being stress there, so that we must have to release that stress from materials. That's why for that we use heat treatment. So by using the heat treatment, we must be able to get material stress free. Okay. Now improve the machinability means what? Make the material easier to cut or shape. So once we have done heat treatment with the material, then we are having a material which are ductile. And if material is a ductile, then it could be easily machined or easily can be cut into the different shapes. Okay, because the harder material or the better material is not easily machinable. That's why we do the heat treatment. Or after the heat treatment, what the property that we are getting? High hardness. Hardness is again no hardness is basically reducing. Okay, so reducing the hardness, strength increases, toughness increases, and ductility also increases. So for the ductility matter, if ductility increases, it means our machining capacity is being increased. Okay, so second one is the refine the grain structures. So the grain structure that was earlier inside the material, that going to change. Okay, how they achieve the uniform and the fine grain migration. Sometimes coarse grain or other grains, but the fine grain is a good one. So while we are conducting the heat treatment, their grain gets changed, and that is into the fine grained. Okay, increase the wear resistance. You know what is wear resistance? I have already made what is the difference between the wear and what is difference between wear and corrosion. Though both are the same thing, but they are their action and the phenomena, and by virtue of which it is being happen, that is completely different. Okay, but the overall the sense or the final result, though both have the same things. So improve the surface hardness for applications requiring the resistance to abrasion. Okay, modifying the electrical and magnetic properties. Magnetic properties, tailor the properties for other specific applications. So, what are the advantages after having a heat treatment? Improve the mechanical properties, relieve the internal stresses, improve the machinability, define the grain structures, increase wear resistance, modify electrical and magnetic properties.